Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a fantastic match reaction. Sheffield United 3, Coventry City just the 1. And after everything that Coventry City fans were saying on their forums, wherever Roy gets those comments from, it is so great to beat them and beat them convincingly because Coventry fans were saying, we hate them. We can't wait to smash them. We're just as good as them. It's like we're second in the table. We are at home, which predominantly you should win your home games. So they came into this game so full of confidence. I don't know where that confidence did. Literally, I don't know if it was last weekend or the weekend before, conceded 3 goals and gone from 3-0 to 3-all. So I don't know where that confidence came from. They started the game slightly better than we did, but we, after that, just absolutely steamrolled them. Now, this game was fantastic for many reasons. One, we picked up 3 points. Two, we beat a team that were on decent form, always good. It's the first game we have won convincingly, in my opinion. A couple of hairy moments towards the end, but convincingly. I don't think Wigan or Huddersfield were massively convincing, but we got the 3 points in both those games. Today was convincing for me. Also, Boxing Day. Who doesn't love a Boxing Day fixture? And finally, my nephews were both, Frankie and Ronnie, both were mascots today, which is absolutely fantastic. It was great to see them on the pitch coming out with their heroes. Ronnie came out with Billy Sharp and Frankie came out with Iliman and Di. And this is where I go on to it. Now, Iliman and Di, Frankie asked for his shirt before the game as he was walking out, and he says, I'll come and find you after the game. And come and find him. Iliman and Di did. Gave him his shirt. If you want to see that photo, it's on Twitter and Instagram of me with Frankie with his Iliman and Di shirt. What a guy. What a guy Iliman and Di is. And this is where we start because he picks the ball up. What minute was it? Let me have a little quick look. I didn't write it down. Fantastic. Oh, no, I did. 36th minute. Iliman and Di runs halfway from half of the pitch, sends it through to McAtee to slide it into the bottom corner. I was calling for him to square it to Max Lowe. He might have messed it up if he'd have tried to square it. Max Lowe might have been just in front of him as well. But I'm always one of these people that wants to make sure the ball goes in the back of the net. But it was a fantastic finish from James McAtee. So confident. So confident in front of goal. That was great to see. It really was. But like I said, they did start the better side. They were probably the better team for the first 10 minutes. Then we came back into it after like kind of 15 until probably 35, 40 minutes when we just scored. Sander had a good shot. Billy Sharp missed a bit of a sitter. He was all on his own, headed it down into the ground, what you're supposed to do, but it clips the bar and was a bit of a scramble after that. Coventry went close as well just before we scored. Ball, nice little flick through to Gyökeres, and Anel was there with the big sliding tackle to shut the door in Gyökeres' face. So yeah, that was great. Obviously, like I've just said, we went and scored the goal after that in the 36th minute. In my opinion, for most of the game, Gyökeres was marked out of it. Like, especially in that first half, we never gave him a sniff. We had 2 men on him for most of the time. He looked dangerous, but I don't know. Maybe it was an off day for him. Maybe we marked him out of the game. Maybe it was a bit of both. But yeah, he certainly wasn't much of a threat other than getting through that one time. But he didn't look confident enough to take that on and score the goal. And El kind of, it was quite easy for him to get back and just get his long legs in and tackle that and tackle him. Couple of ones went either way. Just before the halftime whistle. The halftime whistle goes. I go down for a beer. I come back up, having gone to the toilet, thinking I'm not going to have missed anything. Boom, penalty for Coventry City as I walked up the stairs. I was like, what's going on here? I heard some groans, realised that the ball wasn't in the back of the net. Coventry fans weren't necessarily celebrating. Realised pretty quickly that it was a penalty. I've watched it back since I've come home, and it's a silly one. It's a really, really silly one. But Anel must not have seen the man coming. It's played in. Anel kind of gets a touch away, and then just when he's about to boot the ball clear, they're playing nips in and manages to get the ball away from Anel, and he goes through him. Yeah, it's a foul. It's a penalty. They should have gone. What was that? 1-1. Yeah, this is a big chance. This big chance to go 1-1. Gyökeres, one of the best strikers in the league, if not the best. Everybody is waxing lyrical about Gyökeres at the moment. Steps up. Really, really poor penalty. Possibly, he hit it with some venom. I'll give him that. But other than that, I would probably say it's one of the worst taken penalties I've ever seen at Bramall Lane. It was mostly down the middle, maybe just to the right-hand side. Wes gets low, makes the save, doesn't even spill it. That's how poor a penalty that is. Hits it straight, kind of straight at him, but Wes makes a fantastic save, getting low really quickly, getting his body down, body behind it, and yeah, nothing for the onrushing players to try and put in the back of the net. So the crowd went wild after that. The crowd really got behind the team, and then Ndiaye, fantastic football, pulls it back to Sander, who slices it high and wide. I was thinking that one was destined for the back of the net because we played some great football. Then in the 52nd minute, Kieran Clark scores a second for the Blades, which really, really did nail down the fact that we were going to win this game, in my opinion. Norwood puts in the cross from the free kick, an absolute picturesque free kick from Norwood. It's such a typical Norwood thing. It's like, let's just put it in the absolutely perfect position for an on-rushing attacker to head the ball in the back of the net. And it wasn't even an attacker, was it? It was Kieran Clark picking up his first goal for the Blades in his whole short Blades career. He couldn't miss it, really, could he? Could not miss it at all. Unless he'd headed that ball directly at the goalkeeper, that was always going to go in the back of the net. He gets away from his man really, really easily. And there were a few Blades that were attacking that. I think a few Blades could have scored that. But Kieran Clark gets underneath it and bang, heads it down past the goalkeeper. 2-1. I'm thinking this could be good night because Coventry heads were massively down after that. We make a few changes. Doyle comes on and scores his first goal of his short Blades career too. Sander goes down the right-hand side, does what Sander does best, hits a lovely, lovely ball into the box. It's just in that corridor of uncertainty. Illiman is throwing himself at that ball, trying to get it in the back of the net because he wants to score for Frankie so that he could give him his shirt and be like, here's my goal scoring. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's probably not what he was thinking at that time. He was probably thinking, let me just try and get myself on the score sheet. But a great ball in from Sanderberger. That deserved a goal, to be honest. It gets recycled by Max Lowe, plays a great ball into the box. And Tommy Doyle with a great side-footed, right-footed finish. Not straight at the goalkeeper. That would be wrong to say. He hits it with some pace and he directs it just to the right of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's got next to no chance to save that. Great finish from Doyle. It's nice to see everybody getting on the score sheet. I'll do a count after this and I'll tweet how many players have scored for us this season because this time last season, I bet we had about 4 or 5 players that had scored. This season, we're probably looking at 10, 12 players that have scored this season, if not more. So it's great to see. It really is. But unfortunately, that's not where it ended. I took a picture to post on Twitter to be like 3-0, game over. And then 4 minutes later, Gyökeres manages to get a goal finally. He was in the middle of Sander and Anel, which if you stacked them two on top of each other, you've got a 13, 14-foot absolute monster. But yeah, he manages to get in the middle of them. I don't know how tall Gyökeres is, but I didn't think he was that tall. and to get in the middle of two 6'4", 6'5" giants and head the ball in, past Wes. Fair enough, fair enough. It's a good header, but we shouldn't. It was too easy. It was way too easy. It was kind of coming, that goal from Coventry, but yeah, it was. I'd say well taken. Wes had no chance, and yeah, it just shouldn't have happened, really, should it? When you've got two big blokes, like in between two big blokes, and then a few minutes later, we are thinking the worst because John Egan gets sent off for a second booking. Hold my hands up, both of them were bookings. They really were. The first one was funny because it was right in front of me in the first half. Egan just pulled him back. I think he pulled him back. And we were kind of laughing because the linesman had completely missed it. Completely missed it. And then the referee comes up, free kick, books him because he was kind of the last man. I think that in the Premier League a few seasons ago when we played Aston Villa, Egan got sent off straight red for stopping the attacker going through. This wasn't quite the same, but if he'd have given him a red, there may have been grounds for that. But he gives him a booking and then he gets another booking in the second half anyway. But he does stop Gyökeres going through both times. So you could say 3 points on the board. Yes, Egan's going to be banned for one game because it wasn't a violent conduct red card. But he maybe saved us 2 points, if not 3 points, because in that first half, Gyökeres was going through when Egan stopped him. Second half, again, Gyökeres was going through when Egan stopped him. So, yeah, maybe it's one of them where you're like, yeah, fair enough, Egan, probably not in the best position, but he's brought him down. He stopped him from going through, maybe one-on-one with Wes, and he's stopped an absolute certain goal. But, yeah, not great. They put us on the back foot for a lot of that 20, 25 minutes, something like that. I was a little bit worried, though. I really was. Was it 25 minutes, 15? No, yeah, probably about 20 minutes because Gyökeres scored in the 75th. Egan's was 2 yellows, was just a bit after that, and then 5 minutes added on. Lots and lots of balls across the box. There was one chance that they had where it was headed back across, but no one was there to put it in from Coventry. But no, I thought they were okay. I just thought we were a lot better. And that wasn't even us at our top gear, really. So, no, it's great to see when the Blades don't even play at the top potential that we can score 3 goals past teams that are looking to get into the playoffs and roll them over in a way. I will say that linesman was absolutely shocking on the South Stand side because there was that one that he missed. And then Basham ran the whole length of the pitch, got right into the corner. When we've got 10 men, gets pushed over right in front of that linesman, and he gave nothing. And then the referee had to come over and give the free kick. I'd be having a word with that linesman if I were the referee after the game. It's like, why am I having to do all the work here? And you're stood right in front of that and you can't see that. Ridiculous. But then Sander just booted the ball out and they got the ball back anyway. So it was pretty pointless that we got that free kick. But no, another fantastic game to watch as a fan. It's always good to see the Blades score 3 goals at home and get the win. I've seen a lot of times where Blades have scored 3 goals and still not won the game. So it's great to see us seeing that out because many Blades fans in the past may not have seen that game out. They had, 20 minutes left, as I said earlier. That's enough for 2 goals. 5 minutes is sometimes enough for 2 goals. And really Coventry having gone 3-0 down the other week and let a 3-goal lead slip, they were maybe thinking, you never know. It could happen again. Anyway, no, fantastic. Anyway, I'll bring some comments up on screen. Thank you very much, Hala. He definitely had a great day. He was absolutely buzzing when I saw him after the game. Clinical finishes was the difference today for all goals. Apart from that, not much difference between the sides. Anel in for Egan next match and Bash as right centre back. That's the way I think Hecky will play at Blackpool. I think you're absolutely right, mate. I don't think there's anything else that we'd want to see. I actually thought for a second that Kieran Clark might go to centre back because Kieran Clark's used to playing in a 4. So I think playing central centre back could work for him. But at the same time, you don't want to change it too much. You don't want to bring Robbo in and put him at centre back. It seemed like Anel went to central centre back and Bash went to right centre back. So I'm more than happy with that. Festive greetings to everyone. Went to the game. It was fabulous. Tomorrow I turn 60. 49 of those years as a Blade. Absolute legend, mate. We love to hear that. Great game, as Hecky predicted. Coventry caused us some real problems, but we were better in the big moments. I think you're absolutely right there, Andy. Absolutely right, pal. Great win. Level at the top. I want to do a watch along with In Good Nick. Yes, we need to get that done, Chad. When there's a Sky game, we will sort that out, mate. We will absolutely love it together. I think we're quite similar in a way, so we'll both be hot-headed, maybe, and also be swinging our shirts around our heads. I think that's me and you, mate. I really do. I will quickly run through the championship table, though. It's a good point made by Chad that we're level at the top. We've done this a few times where Burnley's played on Sky the following day and we've put the pressure on them and then they've answered us back with another 3 points. Hopefully that won't happen again, but we are level, 2 goals behind Burnley, and they've got a game in hand, obviously. Blackburn Rovers, though, lost today, so that's 3 more points in front of Blackburn. We go 8 points clear of third, which is crazy. Watford also lost today at home. They are fourth and they are 10 points behind us. Norwich are 12 points behind us, but they've got a game in hand. And also Millwall have got a game in hand and they're 12 points behind us. This is crazy. We're in really weird territory. I don't think I've ever seen Sheffield United go so far ahead so early. Maybe the League One season after a poor start, we motored up that league. But yeah, we don't normally start the season massively well and then go points clear. So let's hope we can carry on like this and we don't do anything silly and let things slip. Coventry will be top 6. They are a decent team. They could be, David. They really, really could be. They've got a lot of good players. I just want to give a shout out to Callum O'Hare as well. Obviously went off with an injury. We were giving him stick at the time because we thought he was play acting because it looked such an innocuous challenge. So hope he gets well soon and is back in that Coventry City side. And as well, we don't really care because we're not playing Coventry again. We've lost to them once, we've beaten once. So wish Callum O'Hare all the best for the rest of the season. Hopefully he gets back as quickly as possible and it's not too bad. It looked bad. The fact that he's getting stretched off, it looked bad. So hopefully he comes back and he's fine. Sander was poor. James has made a good point. I thought for big parts of the game, Sander was poor again. But until I'm going to give him another couple of games, Sander, because I think that he has come back from an injury. He will get better, but I do think he is a patchy player. I think he will be incredible in some games or incredible in patches in a game, but then he'll also have some games where he just lets it pass him by. And I don't like seeing Sander Berger defending when we are backs against the walls like we kind of were today, because I don't think he's a very good defender. I really don't. And why would he be with him playing attacking mid for us? Well, 6 years, I can't remember us being 8 points clear of the pack at Christmas. Yeah, absolutely right, John. Absolutely right. It was a Boxing Day cracker, 4 goals, sending off, and 8 points clear of third. Exactly. Brilliant. It's great to hear. It's beginning to smell like promotion. I love that, Andy. I absolutely love that. Big shout out to James McAtee for getting man of the match as well. He has been brilliant since he's come back. The first game against Huddersfield, he was picking the ball up, running at defenders, having shots. Great to see. He was good against Wigan again. He's just getting better and better with each game. I thought he was great today. I really enjoyed watching James McAtee play. Ile had another good game. Obviously set up the first goal for McAtee. Always looks dangerous. Came off with a bit of an injury. I'm not sure whether that is just a bit of fatigue or whether that is a bit of cramp, but I think he should be fine. I think he went straight down the tunnel, but that's what they normally do, to be perfectly honest. Who else had a good game? I thought Anel gave an absolutely goal-saving challenge in the first half. Obviously gave the penalty away. That's 2 games in a row where Anel's been a little bit under par, I think, but hopefully he gets better and better. But that's all I've really got to say on that. Wes was definitely better than he was against Wigan, but that wasn't hard. Obviously, the pick of the bunch was the save from the penalty. Great save at a really, really key time. So, yeah, fantastic to see. I'll leave you all there. Go and have a drink, have some turkey sandwiches or whatever you're going to do. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas. And yeah, it was absolutely fantastic to yeah, spend my time with you guys tonight. Thanks for watching. See you next time.